y'all, it's Nikki. Springtime in Texas means rodeo season, and starting on March 14th, Rodeo Austin will take over the Travis County Expo Center. Rodeo Austin is a not-for-profit that provides real experiences and gritty fun. We're talking a pro rodeo, one-of-a-kind concerts, a carnival, and a livestock show. Y'all, there is so much to do, and the best part? It raises millions of dollars for Texas kids. So come be a part of Real Texas Grit. Get your tickets today at rodeoaustin.com. That's rodeoaustin.com. See y'all there. Hey y'all, it's Nikki. I have to tell you about Tecovas boots. I finally have a pair and they're handmade, high quality, stylish, and comfortable. I even got them customized with leather stamping. The folks at Tecovas will help you find just the right pair. So swing by for yours at the Tecovas flagship on South Congress or their store at the Domain. Plus, good news, they just opened a new store in Georgetown at 709 Main Street for those of y'all that live a little further north. So come shop with me at Tecovas. That's TECOVAS.com. Don't go gently, y'all. Today on CityCast Austin, we are rolling out our monthly guide. Think of this as your to-do list, but strictly for fun things. I'm here today with my friend Era J, comedian, filmmaker, producer, goddess, multi-hyphenate creative, and executive producer Eva Ruth Moravec. And we're going to talk about what you need to get into this month. So we all know that South by Southwest is happening, but we want to get into stuff that is a little away from South by. We want to slide by South by and, we don't know her. So we want to let you know how to live, work, and play here if you don't have that platinum badge. And if you are just now discovering CityCast, hello! Tune in every morning to our daily podcast where I'll bring you all of the latest on this crazy town. It's Thursday, February 27th. I'm Nikki Devon, and this is what Austin's talking about. Hey, Ruth. Hey, Era.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
So everybody listening, I have been trying to get Era on the podcast for a while. I have been stalking Era to get her on the podcast for a while.
Every pitch meeting.
And you're here.
I'm finally here. Yes.
Ooh. We're going to start off with things that you can do that have nothing to do with South by Southwest. It takes place mostly in downtown Austin from March 3rd to March 16th. And if you don't happen to be one of the 500,000 people that are going,
Right.
Don't worry. There's still so much to do in Austin that you'll be just as busy. You'll be as busy as you want to be. So who wants to go first?
Ooh, I want to hear our guest.
Yeah, well, there's always so much. I feel like, what is it on SNL? Like, Austin's hottest party is
Stefan. Yes. Yes.
There's a baby in the corner. The hottest menu item today. We're neighbors. I'm an East Austin girly. I love being in a walkable side of town. And even I feel like when these hot items, things are happening, we still live on the good side of the highway to be involved, but not too involved, if that makes any sense.
Yep.
And one of my favorite areas to explore is MOHA, Museum of Human Achievement, right up the road, up here, off Springdale, right across from like where the Austin Eastsiders building is. I think there's a pizza place, Bambino. But MOHA is always having like live art installments. There's also like they have resident artists there. Right now there's something that's going on where it's like they have two artists that are in a cage match talking to each other.
What?
And there's a live, just look on, they have a wiki page right here on the east side. And they're in the same area as Satin, that coffee place.
Yeah, I'm talking about that place later. I love that place.
Yes. But also Canopy nearby. So it's like, you have so much to walk through. There's also like live artists and people that are, some people have traveled here from like, I met someone last time I want to say was like from Amsterdam who was just here, like having a residency here, doing like a live art installation. And I'm like, all right, like in a bus.
Okay.
Making juice.
Of course.
There's always something going on on this side. Something also interesting is Firehouse Lounge, Hostel and Lounge. little secret speakeasy moment. They do
Love
an
that
R&B
place.
night every Thursday.
What?
But, yes, girl, diva, let's get into it. They do an R&B night every Thursday that's hosted by Ellie Arbor, another fun Black DJ. But once a month, they'll curate an experience with burlesque dancers called The Living Room. And it's a live art installation with R&B. And the next one is coming up, I want to say the 13th. I don't want to shameless plug, but I'll be dancing there.
I do not understand why I don't know about this. This is crazy.
It's so tiny. I'm having, like, it's not a really big space. It's really cool. You go in through the bookshelf.
It's deceptive. It's
Yes.
deceptively bigger than it seems like it
Yeah.
is. There's a lot of little nooks and crannies that you can slink around it.
They'll pull the tables kind of back when they're doing the burlesque experience. So that whole middle area, people will be dancing, but that's why it's called the living room. So it's like you're kind of a part of the experience. Like when the dancers come out.
Because they're like couches all around. Yeah.
You're a part of the experience. It's a whole thing. And once again, you know, we're supporting like Black and brown queer art on that one. But yeah, R&B night, girl, we got to get into that one.
Okay, and so Patty Melt is going to be there.
Patty LaMelts is going to be there.
Patty LaMelt. I always forget the la. So Era's stage name is Patty LaMelt, and it's just my favorite.
Yeah, all encompassing diva. You know, we gotta put the burger, and we got the bite, the sandwich vibe, but you also got the Patty LaBelle moment of it all. So
Yeah.
she will be there.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's like those are a couple of mine. What do y'all got?
What about you? Eva Ruthie, what about you?
I'm overwhelmed already by Austin this month. It's just too much. I started looking into what's happening for St. Patrick's Day, and the Dead Rabbit, which is downtown, they're actually having a month-long pop-up called Patty's Pop-Up. You know how at Christmas everybody does those pop-ups and it's like overdone Christmas? Well, they're doing that for St. Patrick's Day. And they're supposed to have like all these crazy decorations and fun like food and drink specials. And so they're doing that from the 3rd to the 31st.
Okay.
But the thing that I have to mention that is so exciting, because it's going to be March Madness, NCAA basketball. The UT women's basketball team just got ranked #1 for the first time in 21 years.
Oh, shit.
And like,
okay.
I'm not that huge of a basketball fan, but I think it's exciting and something we can
that's
all
exciting.
get behind. It's women's sports and
Yeah.
Women's History Month. And then there's a bar like right off of on the drag, 1972, that's opening in the next few weeks. So yeah, it could be a really fun place to
It's a good
hopefully
day
watch
for
the
women's
Longhorns.
sports.
Yeah.
It's a good time for women's sports this year.
It
But
really
also,
is.
If you're trying to pick up like I will say like women's basketball players, swag.
Let me tell you
style,
something. Don't get me
tall.
started.
I was like,
Don't get me started.
I wouldn't
Nikki's a
mind being
fan.
a basketball player's wife. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I mean,
Listen.
I could be. We both got on a suit. Like, there's a power moment there.
Oh,
and there's something
huge.
about someone who could dunk on you, but still be a little
Listen.
soft. You know what I mean? Like,
I said this last week. I was like, anybody that can tower over and still look good and sexy and femme and this like
Put
the
together
androgyny and put
all of it,
together.
yes.
Yeah, I want you to pat me on my forehead. Yes, I
Yeah.
do. And kiss me. Yes, kiss me on my
we all
forehead.
want to feel like baby girls sometimes.
Yes,
And
yes.
I would say, maybe we should go sit at the bar, the women's sports bar. Figure it out.
1972 bar is there for us.
Never know who you might bump into.
Never know.
What do you have, Nikki?
So for me, okay, March is my birthday month. So I will say,
Okay.
in full disclosure, I will not be doing much that don't have to do with my birthday the whole month. Because when you get a certain age, you just take the whole month. But few things. The 1st of March is My Park Day. And My Park Day is Austin Parks Foundation's biannual community-led day of service. So you volunteer to improve the parks and green spaces. So if giving back is your jam and you want to be out in the grass and picking up stuff, that's something you can do on the 1st. Also on
That's
the 1st.
a good one.
It is. I love My Park Day, actually.
I do too.
It's cute. It's really cute. And it's all across parks, all across the city. So and they're very smart. They have 1 hour to 3 hour volunteer slots. So there's it's perfect for somebody that's like me, that's like, you get 1 hour of me picking up trash.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I have in me. It's perfect. I love it. On the 1st, also Brownout is playing at Radio East at 7 p.m. It's $25. For those of you who don't know who Brownout is, it's a 9-piece band formed 16 years ago by members of Grupo Fantasma. So it's a big deal. Like, Brownout, we love Brownout over here. The 4th of March is Fat Tuesday. It's Mardi Gras season. So Yes Man Brass Band and Minor Mishap Marching Band are going to be at Hotel Vegas for free 99.
Nice.
And then March 7th and 8th is Queer Fest, Spring Break. So Full Circle Bar is doing this like queer spring break festival over 2 days. It's going to be drag, DJs, all that good stuff. It's going to start on the 7th at 5 p.m. It's like $10. So 3/14 through 3/23 is the Rodeo Austin at the Travis County Expo Center. Live music performances, stuff for kids to do, all those good things. And then it's Texas Relays. It's happening from the 26th of March to the 29th. And it is historically a blackety black event. It's UT. It's at UT. It's track and field for high school, college, and pro athletes. There's going to be all kind of events. But Texas Relays is a big deal in the community. So, yeah. Plenty of stuff to do that ain't got nothing to do with South by Southwest, y'all. Plenty of stuff.
I forgot Dragtivity Day.
Oh, what's that?
It's hosted by Bridget Bandit in Little Gay Shop. It's at Cheer Ups. And it's all day full of family-friendly fun, also to get people connected with the queer community. You know, you can draw a drag artist. They read the books. There'll be like pop-ups from a bunch of queer artists and performers. We're trying to let everybody know, like, that drag performers, they're just divas just like you. They're just girls. We're trying to get them included.
What day is this?
It's going to be Sunday, March 9th.
Nice.
So coming up. And there's also, they do a artisan market at Distribution Hall. There's a cookie pop-up here called Brown Sugar Bakery. One of my favorite Black queer-owned bakeries. All real good ingredients, but they're doing a big pop-up there. And the cookies are to die for. They do the croissant cookies.
Yes.
They do a hot honey cornbread cookie.
Are they a Free to Friday sometimes?
They have.
Are they those big? Well, they're big.
They're big, and they're
yes, ma'am. Yeah.
They'll pop up over here at the also Weberville food truck right by Veracruz and Desnudo.
Okay, so I haven't been there yet. The line. I don't see how the line.
Right.
Every time you have so much patience.
She must have a tip for this.
I don't know if it's a tip per se, or if it's like that feeling when you're like, when you watch Cheers and literally the song, you want to go where everybody knows your name.
Yes.
Once you connect with the people in that, so that, you get to know the vendors there. I meet the people at Veracruz. I know the people at Desnudo. Then I'm like, while I'm waiting in line, I'm chatting, and I feel like someone on like an allergy commercial. Like the sound is, and I walk in and they're like, Era, I'm a middle child. When someone makes me feel wanted, I'm there. I was like, no, the girls know me. So, you walk in and you can get like, yes, a 20-minute wait, but once you've had the coffee, you understand that the wait is worth it. I'm going to be honest. Cause I was a complainer at first. I was like, I'm not waiting in this line. And then I had my little white vanilla miso latte with an orange blossom syrup. Like Genuine said, my whole life has changed. I was like, girl.
Where have you been all my life? What is happening?
We know when you go to Trader Joe's and you're like, are they flirting with me? Like, you want me? What's going on? That's how it is when you go there too. They check you out and they're like, what are you doing for the rest of your day? What's going on? And you're like, why you want to know? You going with me, but it's like a community thing. We live right here. I can walk through it. I know the people at the bagel shop, all that stuff. And like, I love like walking through and connecting, and you meet so many people with different stories. And I realize that some of these people aren't just baristas or bagel makers. Like, they're writing books, they're doing this. And I'm like, oh, I can do that on a Saturday morning.
I will say that the little place that does the kolaches in there, those kolaches are top tier.
Yes.
They're top tier. Kurlachi. Yes. Mm-hmm. So good. And speaking of things to eat, we're going to move into the next section. So we wanted to talk about a couple of places, just remind y'all of a couple of places in the city that, is still here, even when South by isn't here. So I guess I'll go first. First off, I mentioned this earlier. It is king cake season. It's Mardi Gras. It's king cake season. If you've never had a king cake, child, let me just
figure it out.
figured out you have to have some. So Sugar Mama's Bakery has a king cake. And listen, I'm going to say this number. It's going to sound like that's expensive. It is not, because it's worth every penny. The king cake is $35. Hear me out. It's so MFing good, y'all. It is so good. I almost ate the whole thing by myself. Sugar Mama's is on South First. Another place is that I go to, just like anytime the city is super busy, I go to this place just because I feel like if you don't live here, you don't really know about it. It's called Vivo. And Vivo used to be on Maynard Road, but now it has moved over to the Lincoln Center Village. That's by AFS. Just solid Tex-Mex food. Margaritas on point. Mexican martinis on point. Food is on point. And it's enough for 2 meals. And it's affordable. And it's Vivo. It's just solid, good Tex-Mex. They got a bomb happy hour. And it's just outside of like central downtown craziness. And they're open every day till 9 p.m. Like it's solid. So if I just want to get away from, downtown, Vivo. That's where you need to go. And then the last thing, so Jupiter Supper Club just opened up like late last year. It's on Congress, and they're doing a thing called Eats, Rhymes, and Life on the 13th. It's a stupendous vegan remix extravaganza for the senses by Chef Jerobi, who is a former member of A Tribe Called Quest. And
What?
so him, man, I have no idea, but this is happening. And he is in conjunction with the head chef of Jupiter Supper Club. His name is Max Snyder. So they are doing some sort of thing. It requires a reservation, but it doesn't look like you have to pay for the reservation. You just make the reservation and go eat some bomb vegan food that Chef Jerobi from A Tribe Called Quest cooked.
That's wild.
Wow.
Ruth, what about you?
Well, I saw something that another Mexican food place, Fonda San Miguel, their pastry chef is the executive chef of this new breakfast and lunch place, Sin Sun San. So they're going to serve Mexican baked goods, ice cream, and regional dishes from Merida, Yucatan, and Mexico City. And then another recommendation I have is there's a new restaurant in Buda. So this is also get the hell away from Austin. It's called Roxy's, and it's from the owner of the Salt Lick barbecue place out in Driftwood. And it's supposed to be a new Southern restaurant that's named after his grandmother. Sounds cute. It's in like a house also, like the Salt Lick is, where it has like a screened-in porch even. Yeah, comfort food, looks really good, and, worth a drive if you're trying to get out of the city and just, find something good to eat outside.
Yum.
We love a vibe and aesthetic.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I hate going to the grocery store, y'all, but we had this guest, Emily Hill, and she finds all the cool shit at the grocery stores and is like, you've got to try this. So I was checking out her Instagram. She had a post about gummy bunnies that have Tajin chili and lime in them. So it's like, I feel like it's like a fruit cup in gummy form. So that has me inspired to go to H-E-B, but now I'm also wanting to go to Trader Joe's so I can get the mac on with my cashiers.
Have you ever had tahini chili and lime on anything?
Oh, yeah.
Listen, anything that's got
It's the
tahini,
best.
chili, and lime, I'm putting it in my face. I'm shoving it in my
Exactly.
mouth.
Yeah.
I feel like
Delicious.
I make up different fruits or different things just to put tahini, chili, and lime on.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, it's Nikki. We sure do love our live music here in Austin, and musicals are no exception. So there's a Broadway show in town I have to tell you about. Jersey Boys is a Tony-winning hit that tells the legendary story of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, and it is on stage right now through March 2nd at the Zach Theater. It's a timeless, fun performance that celebrates friendship, fame, and iconic music. Plus, it is packed with chart-topping hits like Sherry, Big Girls Don't Cry, and my personal favorite, Can't Take My Eyes Off You. The leading man, Nick Anastasia, has a 1 in 10 million voice, according to the Austin American-Statesman. So don't miss out. Get your tickets at zachtheater.org. That's ZACH theater.org. And of course, I'll see y'all there. Era, I know you got more. What are you eating? Getting into?
I'm eat. One thing about me, I'm leaving with something. But I'm big on right now trying to find good happy hours or good, like, places that, a good happy hour and a nice patio. And recently I found out El Bruto half price all of their drinks.
What?
Until half price all their
the fancy pants Italian place?
Yes, they have a happy hour, starts at 4 to 6. The bartender was trying to get me rooted, tooted, and booted. He was like, started me off with champagne, gave me an Aperol Spritz. He was like, Diva, you got till 6 p.m. He started throwing
drink all of this.
And I was like, and I can walk home. What are we doing after this? I was like, well, what is going on? But yes, half price, but also pizzas discounted, and their pizzas are really, really good. Also, Buenos Aires, really great. Buenos Aires is right across from Uptown Supper Club. A really great happy hour. They got the, $5 empanadas. And so if you spend $20, you get 4 empanadas and 2 sangrias.
What? For $20.
For $20. I was up there. I was like, and I don't know if you ever had their empanadas. Their empanadas are good.
Yeah, their empanadas are good.
So good. And their sangria is fresh made. It's fresh.
And that's just like a perfect snack, like an empanada and sangria, especially in the spring, getting into the summer.
That's one of their specials, but it's like $5 French fries, which have really good garlic French fries and things like that. So that's a good little spot to go to. One of my places, because I used to live in South Austin, I like to go to is Umi Sushi. If we're trying to get away from the traffic, Umi Sushi, because they have reverse happy hours. So if you're thinking, 9 p.m. I want sushi, but I also want a lychee martini, and I don't want to spend over $30, I'm out there getting the yellowtail sashimi. I'm out here getting me a little, hand roll.
Nice.
It's dark, it's dim. Get a nice little moment.
First of all, I love a reverse happy hour because that's my speed. Second of all, I still have never been to Umi, and you might be the third or fourth person to tell me about Umi. I didn't know about the reverse happy hour, though.
Yeah, and I will say, so Umi, obviously Austin has like Uchiko, and we go here. Umi is HEB grade level sushi, which is good. This is for you when you're just like, me and the girls want to go sit and not spend a lot of money. We want to giggle. We want to toast our drinks and be like, we needed this. It's not Umi. go to Umi. And we're just going to eat a little roll. I recently had OKO.
What's OKO? No.
It's like the new Filipino Thai spot right here. It's where Austin Den used to be.
Oh, so they opened something up there. I didn't know.
And it's really cute. It's really sexy. But they also have they just started this. It's like a cocktail menu of all different types of gin and tonics. But there are different types of flavors. There was one that they
Nicole would love that.
Peppercorn and Thai chili, different types of ones you could sit there and drink. But they have these wings on the menu that I was with my friends. We were sitting at the table, each get a plate, and everything was so good, bone marrow meals, we were full, but the wings, we were like, let's get another order before we go. We were all kind of scared to say it, and I was like, what if we got more wings?
Hey guys, hear me out. What if we got some more wings? Just this time.
Just how you said that tahine thing, the flavor on them is tamarind.
Oh lime. Yeah. Yes.
Tamarind and lime.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yum.
And it's they smoke them, but then they crisp the outside, and then there's a tamarind flavor and lime. And I was like, I look at me, everything after was done. I was like, don't look at me. don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm just
look away.
Look away. Last but not least, I just got into La Plancha. It's a female-owned torta place. She's people are always in Austin.
I love a torta.
People are always tacos. And she
torta.
Took it up. She's like, I want y'all to be talking about tortas.
Yes.
And I had a torta. And I keep having a torta there. I'm going to keep talking about it, girl. They got breakfast tortas. And then they always have a torta of the month. If you go to the Instagram, she loves tell the story of her family. And they make the bread. Everything is fresh there. It's another place that after you eat, you want to be alone. You just want to sit with your thoughts and with yourself after eating. This was
think about your life.
Yeah. You're huh. But those are my secret gems.
So that's right on MLK in Leona. Is that right? Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Yum.
Listen, I knew that you would come on here and just run down stuff that I didn't know nothing about. I'm sitting here the whole time with my mouth hanging open, like, what? Where is this? What's happening? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, okay, I don't have a snappy segue, but one of the things that I feel like I struggle with living in Austin is some of us, even during festival season, even during South by, some of us still got to work. And also, it's sometimes difficult to navigate the city when there's so many people here. So with so much going on, it's like, especially South by, there's street closures, overall traffic that might keep folks from their regular like coffee shops or remote workspaces. And so let's talk about some places to focus and get stuff done that are away from like the hustle and bustle of downtown. And even Ruth, well, you go first this time.
My first recommendation is just libraries. All over Austin, there are great Austin Public Library branches, and you don't have to have a library card to use the library. Anybody can go in, they're public, they're for you, and quiet places to be, whether you're reading or working, and free Wi-Fi. So you can also become an Austin Public Library member. Under that program, you can actually check out a wireless hotspot. And it's free, but like through your library card, and then you can go and work wherever the hell you want. You can check it out for 2 weeks at a time. So it's a pretty good deal.
That's
like
really great.
Yeah. So that's one suggestion I have. Just get on their website and find a branch that's close to you. And then the other idea is coffee shops. I mean, we have so many that aren't concentrated downtown. There's like, I'm not going to list them all, but there's like a smattering of them in the Domain area, in North Loop, like Mueller, of course, in the East Side. Also, some of that's going to be South by, but you know, if you're trying to just avoid the downtown area, there's plenty of coffee shops to host you in your working times.
Y'all know Cabana Club is always my first choice. It's always my go-to. They're open from 7 a.m. to midnight. The Wi-Fi is good. They have like mocktails, cocktails, and coffee. Nobody bothers you. It's comfortable. There are plenty of places to sit, plenty of places to like set up and work. Flight Path off of 51st Duval is always one of my favorite places to go. Same kind of thing. It's quiet. There's plenty of places to sit. Era mentioned Satin earlier in the Canopy area. Nicole and I have worked there a couple of times, and it's a great place to work. You just sit there. Again, you know, good Wi-Fi, good food, good drinks.
That's all you need.
Yeah, Ani's Day and Night if you're out south. And then also Pershing East Coffee Shop. They have sunshine sessions every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. And it's a collaboration between Sunshine Vinyl and Queer Vinyl Collective. It's 10 a.m. to noon, and you can go and work, and then they play some nice jams. Like that's where we were on Friday. Selena was playing, and it's nice. It's at a manageable volume so you can still get work done. I took a whole meeting while it was happening, and it's cute. It's cute. They got food and everything. And then my favorite thing is any friend's house that needs an accountability buddy. Mm-hmm. So you know what I mean? So like, if you know you need to work and I need to work, we meet at each other's house, and then we're like, all right, bitch, let's sit down and get this work done. Yeah. And then we can treat ourselves.
What is it? Parallel play?
Yes, yes.
Absolutely.
Those are my spots. What about you?
I same. I love going to a friend's house, especially when a friend is going to cook or bake for me. Oh, please. I'm like, please don't have to. But I'm like, I always say this is, you know, sometimes people are nervous or anxious to use their apartment co-working spaces. We have a really nice one. People are like, I don't want to be perceived or anything like that. Girl, no one's ever there.
They're never there.
They're never there.
That's a great point.
And you're paying for it. Yeah. And ours is one we have, it's like right by the pool. You know what I mean? I will say right now we're entering to the good weather season. So if you're a person who doesn't really have to deal with like, you know, sound or things like that, doing emails, by the pool.
By the pool.
by the pool. Once again, you're paying for it. You're paying for these
That is
amenities.
a great idea. Oh my
Right?
God.
Go sit, like right now, looking at the sun and hearing that water, like baby, go touch grass, go connect with nature, go do it. And even like you mentioned some really great coffee shops, which I have some good ones as well. I think that right now during with South by, we really need to be making sure at all times also, but we're giving back to like more of our local owned or like,
Yeah.
you know, make sure like our queer POC, like own things like that. I think it's very important. I love Plaza Columbia down south. Really great recipes, things like that. But big, beautiful space. They have indoor, outdoor, and really great pastry treats.
Yeah.
Wright's Brother Brew and Brew. It's a really good one as well. It's kind of right by. There's Cosmic Saltillo, and I do think that for me, like the Cosmics, I love them. But for me, that's a weekend place. They're and I'm not because they're over. It's just I just feel like I'm always stepping in on somebody's Tinder date there, and that's
it's a lot.
and I'm gonna want to pay attention to that. Like if I hear it, I'm turning around and no work is getting done.
Nosy.
I'm wearing the headphones, but I'm not listening to the headphones.
I want to support. I love it, but that's not a co-working space. I would say Wright's Brothers is right beside it. It's a little bit more secluded. They have breakfast. They also have beer. They have coffee. Also for people who are just like midday workers, once again, like South by is such a oversaturated thing, but a lot of my friends work industry. A lot of my friends are creatives that have to work industry. So you want to also make sure giving back to that bartending like community.
Absolutely.
During like the day, a lot of these bars are open and they have really great food trucks. You know, I love going to the Cavalier, really great Wi-Fi, really great food there as well. It's a queer spot, but it's like also like not a queer spot at the same time. So it's cool. Mama Dearest over here is also like a good one to walk by. They have ice cream, you know.
They do?
They have ice cream on the menu. They have really
That's a
cute
great perk for
bartenders.
working.
Yeah.
If you're a person who doesn't have to be on calls, things like that, even sitting out there, like the Weberville food truck place is really cute. A lot of seclusion there, like secluded by trees. There's a lot of shaded areas. I think that that's one of the perks that Austin has is once you get out of like the hustle and bustle, there's a lot of green areas and green spaces. Even if you don't want to be up hiking or doing things, there's so many opportunities to like go touch grass, but also like in a I don't know, like in a cool way. And a lot of places will have those, you know, food truck or pop-up moments. So go sit outside, connect with nature, meet some people.
Yeah.
Flirt.
Help support the locals.
You're actually going right into our next part. Just general tips for folks on how to survive, not just during South by, but in March in Austin. And I love that you gave that reminder of, even when it's South by, we still need to connect and support our people that work for the industry. If I do sneak out for South by, I definitely have to make sure that I go to my favorite bars. But other tips that I like to give people for March is, and this is going to sound crazy coming from me, it's my favorite time to be outside. March and April are the only times that I'm like, okay, nothing's trying to kill me yet. You know, the bees, they're easing out, but they're not completely out yet in March. So, you know what I mean? Like, get outside, be in the sun, meet people. It's a really great time. People are kind of coming into the city. You know, sometimes it's the time when people come for South by and then don't leave. So you should meet all kind of new folks. And if you have to be somewhere, give yourself a 20-minute buffer, period.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Just, and honestly, all of March, because everybody is back out. Everybody's getting back out into the city.
Yeah, for sure.
I would also say, usually I'm like, get these scooters out the way. You know, I'm tired of them. But this is a time, you know, to access those. They really are easy and a good way to get around. But also like walking, like it's this time, invest in some good shoes, know where you're going. And if you're like, oh, I'm only going here, look what's around there and see if there are other spots to try around. I love the walkable element. That's why I love living where we do the East Side. And this is a good tip for life, but South by is a really good time. A lot of cool people do come in, a lot of creatives or people that, I mean, we live in Austin. Majority of us are usually a creative or working on some project. I mean, we did a crazy South by thing 2 years ago, me and you. We worked with Peacock. Me and you, we did. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
that was amazing.
We dressed like nuns and we were like, that was crazy. Sometimes you got to give into it. But
that was probably one of the craziest, most fun times I think I've had.
That was fun.
I mean, like in a really long time. We
And
spent
you got to go up and sing. They had you sing, do it.
Listen.
They had you live in your sister act. Best
my
life
whole
down
sister
on-
act moment. It was like 3 days of us walking miles and not miles, but blocks and
Kind of.
blocks.
Mhm.
Yeah, a lot. Dressed head to toe as nuns. Head to toe.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I got to write. I ride a bull. I rode a bull as a
Yes.
nun.
Yeah, like-
Oh my gosh.
It was
Amazing.
crazy and awesome. And we met all these people like that
Yeah.
that live here. That like I
Yeah.
met somebody like Grace lives next door to my aunt.
From that experience, I was able to connect with some people that, once again, like I'm a creative, like worked outside of things. And if it wasn't for certain people that I knew, like I met the person who helped produce my short film this year. Like we were able
Wow.
to connect, and they were like, "Oh,
What?
you're so silly. You're so funny. I would love to work with you on a project." The stuff on my short film was produced by people that I met during South by. Just because I was able to sit there and connect, and we're like, "Oh my God, like you're crazy. You're crazy. Let's do it."
Wild.
You know?
That's awesome.
Wild.
So if you have that, sometimes I know that there are people here sometimes just to party, and that's cool. I was in my 20s just 2 years ago. No, it doesn't years ago. And I understand. But then if you really do sit there, if you really do kind of go to some events and you look around what is around here and what's going on, you can connect with people who are doing things that can help you do the things that you want. And that's really what
Yeah.
the heart of all of this is. So I think just having an open mind,
Yeah.
really researching, what you're into. There's so many cool like TV panels, like Issa Rae's going to be here. I'm
I'm
always
so
trying to-
excited.
I'm
I'm
always
so
trying to meet that
excited.
diva. You know what I mean? Like,
Always!
always. Like you talk about stalking someone, but there's always opportunities and things like that. And I just think being open-minded, but also being really respectful, just like how when you're traveling, being respectful to the locals. If you do see a spot or something that you like, giving back to that community, making sure that you are like spending your funds locally and like here is always like going to be my biggest thing.
Yeah.
That's a perfect tip.
I
Great
think that's
reminder.
perfect tip and a perfect end, actually, personally. We've learned a lot. And also, I mean, I have to say it again. Era, you just put us on to so much. I'm
Yes.
so, I'm actively clutching my pearls. I'm super excited about all the stuff I'm about to go try. Thank you for being here. Thank you for
Yay.
taking the time.
Yeah, for your birthday month, you're
Listen,
ready.
let's celebrate,
Get the girls
Nikki.
to El Bruto.
Listen,
girls to-
everybody about to be sick of me. They about to be sick of me. I'm gonna have a list. Today we're going here. Tomorrow we're going there, and I'll be
Yeah.
happy hour. So it'll be free, not free.
Well, and
Cheap.
also, if you see Nikki out and about, buy her a drink.
Listen,
Yes.
Happy birthday month, Nikki.
or buy me something. Thank you. It is my birthday month, y'all. Thank you so much for doing this. Till next time, have a great March. Let us know what y'all get into. Bye, Era.
Bye. Thank y'all for having
Bye,
me.
Ruth.
Bye, Era. Bye, Nikki. Have fun.
That's all for today here on CityCast Austin. You'll find links to Era J's social media in our show notes. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend, rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our Hey Austin newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Bye, y'all.